Hello to you, my cosmic dragon friends. Welcome to another love reading. Today we are looking at your person's thoughts and feelings about you today. And we're doing things a little bit differently because if you've known me for more than 5 minutes, you'll know how much I love blind boxes. Okay, so rather than having a pile of cards to choose from, we have a mystery toy. Now, I don't know what's in any of these because these are unopened, and I got these in a very cool shop in Cornwall last week where I was on holiday. So we're still going to do group 1, group 2 and group 3, see which one you feel drawn to, and then at the beginning of the reading we will open your blind box, see which toy you have, what Kuromi is doing. These are all Kuromi toys from its Hello Kitty franchise, I think. It'll be one of these 6 toys that you get. We'll see what you get, and then we will carry on with cards as well and do your reading, but we'll also get a bit of a theme for your group with the toy. So pick your toy, 1, 2 or 3, and I will see you in your reading. So hello to you, group 1, pile 1. This is your mystery box, your Kuromi mystery box, which we are going to open now to, oh my goodness, they make this so hard to open. Oh, there she is. Oh, what's she got there? Looks like she's got a potion. Let's get her out. Get her out of her little box. Let me see her properly. I apologise for the noisy plastic. That's not very nice, is it? Okay, what has she got here? It's a blessing potion. Kuromi has a blessing potion. Oh, that's a really nice omen, actually. So Kuromi has a special magical potion here of blessings for you. So it does feel like a nice positive energy to start this reading for you. So you're starting out with blessings, which I think is a fantastic place to start. So that's very nice. Very nice indeed. Okay, let's get some Lovers Oracle cards. All right, let's find out how your person is thinking and feeling about you today. All right, so it feels like quite a blessed connection. It does feel like, I would say your person feels blessed to feel you, to have you in their life, maybe to feel you. I don't know, maybe they gave you a hug last time you saw them, or maybe there was, some physical intimacy, depending on where you are with this person and what the relationship is. You might only just be friends. But with the little blessings potion, it feels almost like they want to give you a gift. It feels like they want to give you a gift, like a thank you for being in their life. So this could be a friend, a boss, if nothing's ever happened between you, or it could be someone you are already involved with who wants to thank you for being in their life. He feels very grateful. There's a real sense of gratitude that comes through here. Really lovely. I'm thinking about Beetlejuice as well. Aren't they doing like a remake of that movie? Maybe there's a connection with Beetlejuice. Maybe you're going to go and see it, or maybe you've recently watched the original one or something like that. So could be a connection there. I remember watching it when I was very little and I had no idea what was going on. It was a very confusing film for me. Right. Maybe I'll revisit it at some point. Healthy choices, self-love and self-care, being happier, love and life. You see, this is what I was thinking. This is what I was feeling, is it feels like your person feels really happy to have you in their life. Maybe you encourage them to look after themselves, but it feels like they're really happy. You make their life happier. Without you in it, it would have something missing. It would be less happy, it would be less joyful. Maybe you encourage them to make better choices, to eat better food, or maybe you just ring them up, send them a text message. Have you had lunch today? Did you remember to have a glass of water? There's a real loving, caring energy here, which is gorgeous. So clock needing time, cycles and takes time to heal, progressing. So timing could be an issue here. They could be thinking about the amount of time it's been since they've last seen you, or perhaps they're eager to see you again because timing comes up as a factor here. They are thinking about the amount of time it's going to take before they see you again. So that's really nice. It feels like they're very eager to see you again, I want to say. Divine timing may be at play here as well. So you may be physically separated at the moment. You may not be able to see each other at the moment for some reason. You might be in different places, different cities, different countries. So there is a timing element here, but it does feel like it is a relationship that's progressing very, very nicely, even if you're not officially a couple as yet. This could still be a friendship or some other kind of friendly relationship, because it's a very gentle, friendly energy that I'm really liking. Oh, look at that. Blowing kiss. I love this one with the bubble gum. It's so cute. So unconditional love, giving and receiving, fairness and love, and affection returned. So it feels kind of very sweet and cutesy, almost like a relationship right at the beginning. And it doesn't necessarily mean that it is, but it's got that vibe to it. It's that vibe of being really cute with each other and adorable, kind of being the cute couple. It's very sweet. And it feels like they're thinking about you. And yes, this is what I was saying, separation. Maybe you can't be together at the moment, or maybe they just haven't seen you today. And that's enough to make them miss you. Because this one says sadness, bitterness, missing you, thinking about you, an uncertain future. I think without you in their life, I think they would be struggling right now. And they're really looking forward to the next time they see you, which is absolutely adorable. Now, remember, if these messages aren't resonating for you, it might be time to pick another pile. And if none of the piles resonate, you can pick another reading. So not every reading's for every person. Just please do remember that if it doesn't resonate. Okay. Karmic relationship. This could be why you're separated. Sunglasses. And the butterfly. So karmic relationship, resentments and triggers, perception, intensity and letting go, turmoil and fleeting. So they could be healing from a difficult relationship that they've just come out of or are about to come out of. They might still be connected. They might still be in a commitment, in a relationship, in a marriage. They might be going through a divorce. But it feels like whatever it is, you're really lifting them up. That could be what's causing the separation here, where you can't actively date perhaps. Maybe you don't get to see each other very much. Maybe you only see each other at the coffee shop, at the yoga class, at work, you know, depending on how you know each other, or through a particular friend or a group of friends. And that can be difficult. It can be painful. So there is some bittersweetness here. But it's such a sweet energy. It's adorable. And it feels like regardless of the situation, this is a blessed connection. You are in each other's lives for a reason, and it is to bring each other positivity and kindness and uplifting energy. So it is a nice connection regardless. Sunglasses, watching, looking, perception, stalking. So they could be stalking you online, stalking you on social media, trying to see what you're up to, maybe trying to tune into your energy if you have a psychic connection, which you probably do, any kind of telepathic connection. They might be trying to tune in there, depending on how aware they are themselves. They might be meditating, hoping to reach out to your higher self. You might also be dreaming about each other, I feel. The butterfly, evolving and growth, next phase, healing in a child, releasing the past. So yes, it does feel like this relationship needs to go through a metamorphosis to get to the next stage. And that is the last card I have down here, which is getting to that next stage, getting through the time portals, I'm being told. It's almost like there are gateways that you're having to go through, different stages in this relationship, whatever they are. And it is because there is something to wrap up here, whether it's healing from old wounds, whether it's making life choices so that you can be closer together, perhaps physically closer together. Yeah, it's an interesting one. I'm going to get one more of these. Self-indulgent, self-worth and value, time to heal, shadow work, self-appreciation. Yes, so the new beginning will come once the shadow work has been done, once this person has done their healing, which seems to be absolutely crucial. So it could be that you can only be kind of cute with each other from a distance at the moment. Maybe you can't actually be together in a relationship right now because circumstances don't allow, and it would be horribly, awkward and messy if you were to try it. So it could be that you'll keep being kept separate for a reason until the time is right. And these cards just fell straight out into my lap. I can't let go of you. It's dark without you. Oh, that's so sweet. Will you leave me like the others? So yes, it does feel like there is a certain clinging energy here, which isn't ideal necessarily. But there's a strong connection, I would say. I can't let go of you, even if on the face of it, it looks like highly impractical or improbable that you would be together. I think you will, if you're not already, because this person can't let go of your energy. They really, really like your energy. I wouldn't say they're addicted to it. It doesn't feel like that negative, but they're definitely clinging to your energy right now, because it feels like you lift them up. It's dark without you. Yes, wherever they are, if you don't happen to be there, or if they haven't spoken to you that day, I don't think they enjoy their life quite as much. And again, that shows that there is a need for healing here, potentially. So will you leave me like the others? And this has come up over healing card here, the self-indulgence, which says time to heal and shadow work. So it could be that they have some self-esteem issues to work on, that they fear that you would leave them, or maybe they've never made a move towards you because they're afraid that they're not good enough for you. But at the same time, they can't let go because you're the light of their life. They don't want to step away from this. They don't want to walk away from this, even if it's difficult. Because they know how important it is and they recognize your importance as a soulmate in their life. So it could just be that things can't move forwards or move to the next phase or even begin for some people until they've cleared up this healing work, this clearing of old relationships, old karmic relationships that needs to go. And on the bottom of this deck, I wish I could be fully honest with you. So I think there's a lot that this person hasn't told you and would like to. So again, it makes me feel like it could be a relationship that's never quite come to pass yet, never quite happened yet. Maybe you're just in the flirting phase, or even you're attracted to each other, but it's not quite the right timing because societal norms or whatever wouldn't allow. Maybe this person's married, so you both know it wouldn't be appropriate to begin anything, and you don't want to be in the energy of having an affair. Maybe that's completely understandable. And there's no judgment here. I'm not judging people for their life choices. You do what's right for you. But it feels like there are some barriers that separate you at the moment. But I don't think they will be there for long. I think it's just a matter of time. But they are, you've got to remember the saying that, rejection is divine protection. Now, I don't think this person's rejecting you. They might have rejected you if you approached them, tried to ask them out or something like that. But I think that would just be because they weren't ready. Or maybe you've been together in the past and split up, but I feel like you're just being protected from whatever mess they're going through at the moment, and that's why there is this distance or separation or whatever it is between you at the moment. But that is for your protection, so that is a good thing. And you can probably hear Bedford creeping in the door right now, so he may be about to jump up. So I apologise in advance. Intuition, yes. This is what I was saying about them trying to reach out to you. Yes, Bedford, trying to reach out to you. Heart song, telepathy, inner knowing. So it does feel like there's a telepathic connection. Maybe you dream about them. Maybe you see them in your meditation. Maybe you think of them at poignant moments. Maybe you both think of each other. It feels like you're very much on each other's mind, I would say. And Bedford's just jumped up here. He's going to probably knock the camera, so I apologise if he does. All right, Bedford, let me put my hands around you. There we go. Return, second chance, opportunity, making amends. Yes, so if this is a relationship where you have split up or Bedford, stop that, or have taken some time apart, it does feel like there is a potential to be getting back together if that's what you want. Only if that's what you want, if the person makes amends for anything that they've done, or if you make amends for things that you've done. If that's not your situation, then it feels almost like you are this person's second chance in life, I would say. Maybe they've just got out of a very big relationship or a marriage. Here he comes. And now, it's a good job I didn't light the candle, really, isn't it? Bedford, could you not do that? We don't want to see your bottom. Okay. It feels like you are their second chance in life. And I think they might possibly say that, or they might have said that. Sorry, Bedford's wobbling the camera now. Cloudy judgment, illusions, unbalanced, distorted. Yeah. So there may be, they may be under the illusion that maybe you don't want to be with them, that they're not good enough for you, or maybe that this can never happen because of social norms, societal norms, etc. But that is an illusion. So I think any obstacles are only temporary at the moment. Loyalty, trusting, reliability, believing. Yes. So there is a great loyalty from this person. Energetically, their love for you is very loyal. Their love for you is very true. And I think as and when you are able to come into union, to actually be a couple, if that's what you want and if that's what you choose to do, I think it's going to be a very strong and long-lasting relationship. This does feel like somebody who can be trusted, who can be relied on when they're in the right place, but perhaps they're not at a good place in their life right now to be that trustworthy, reliable partner that they know that you need and deserve. So that again could be a reason that they're holding back for you at the moment. They may know perfectly well that they're just not in the right place for you. Thank you, Bedford. This is going so well. Could you not do that? No, stop sliding. He's putting his balls on the cards and they're sliding across the desk. So he's sliding with them like this and I'm having to just grab them all. You are such a naughty boy. Yes, you are. Okay, I'm just going to clear these up. I'm going to pause for a second while I clear these up and we'll try some tarot. Okay, so I slid the cards out from underneath Bedford's very bottom, and now we're going to the After Tarot, which is the deck I've selected for you guys today. One of my favourite ones actually for romance readings. It's a lovely deck to use. Bedford's enjoying himself, aren't you? Yeah, you are. Okay. So let's find out your person's thoughts and feelings for you today. Let's see what they're thinking and feeling. Quite eager to talk today. Queen of Cups, beautiful, lovely, lots of emotion there, lots of love. Very feminine energy with the Queen of Cups. Now that doesn't mean it's a woman that you're thinking about, but it is very emotional. It's beautiful. Somebody in touch with their emotion. That's gorgeous. Ace of Wands. Okay, so very passionate energy. So it's like love and passion and desire coming through very strongly here. But it's gentle. With the Queen, it is a gentle energy coming through here, but it's wise. Nine of Swords. This is what I wanted to say. It's like they can't get you off their mind. They are constantly thinking about you. There's a lot of thoughts going around their head, and not all of them very positive necessarily, because the Nine of Swords isn't usually a particularly happy card to see, but in this context I take it to mean they can't get you off their mind. Thank you, Bedford. You getting down now? There we go. And that last foot. There we go. He's probably going to sit on my lap now. Okay, so stop bumping the camera. So naughty. So naughty. There we go. Sit down nicely. Good boy. I don't know if you can hear him purring, but he is purring like mad. Okay, so again, I think there's a part of them that's scared that you're going to get away. They don't want you to be the one that got away. Yeah, there's certainly a fear. There's a desire to move forwards with the relationship, to yes, to step forwards, to make things happen. Oh wow, look at that. Queen of Cups, King of Cups. They think you're their soulmate. They know you're their soulmate, you know, soulmate, twin flame, divine counterpart energy coming through very, very strongly here. Perfect match. The King and Queen of Cups. Both in touch with your emotions, both very mature but loving. Yeah, balanced emotions. It's beautiful energy here. Both able to manifest and ready to move forward soon enough. Knight of Cups, and there's the Knight of Cups. Wow. That's a lot of cups. All right. I'm liking this. We're getting practically the whole court out for cups here. So it feels like there is a desire from both of you, I would say, to move forwards with this relationship. So whether it's making a first move or just taking things to a new level of commitment, I feel that's what's in the near future for you here. And that could be what they're worried about. Maybe they're worried about what people will think about you and say about you if they are to do that. Yes, there's the worry with the King of Swords. I'm just going to censor this card because we have boobies. Okay. And apparently boobies aren't allowed on YouTube, so. Okay, and the Star, yes. So part of them feels that it's almost like a pipe dream right now, like being with you is this beautiful dream that they have, but they're not quite sure if they can bring that dream into reality. They're not quite sure if they can make it happen. There's worry here. Another part of them is so sure that they want it and so determined to make it happen with the Magician down here. And taking steps towards that, I would say, whether it's behind the scenes or things that they're doing overtly. But there is worry here because they have been hurt in the past and they don't want to believe that this is just a flight of fancy, something that's going to show up temporarily and then disappear again, because I don't think they would deal with that very well. I think they would be brokenhearted if they couldn't move forwards with you, to have the relationship with you that they desire, because there's a desire for a proper commitment here. There's a desire for a proper relationship based on emotion, based on fantastic compatibility and a lot of passion as well. It's kind of like this ticks all the boxes for them. You tick all the boxes. Okay, let's see what else the tarot has for us. Oh, more boobies. Okay. The World. Okay, so you're the world to this person. You're everything. Like I said, you tick all the boxes. You're the full package. You're all that in a bag of chips. This is gorgeous. No wonder they feel so blessed to have you in their life, because it's like you compensate for all the things that they don't know how to do. You would be their perfect match. You are. I'm going to straighten up the camera because Bedford's knocked it. There we go. Yes, Bedford. You want to go back to that card? You want to talk about the Knight of Cups? Do you? Okay, I think Bedford's trying to tell me I haven't finished with that card, so I'm just going to go back to that one. What about the Knight of Cups, Bedford? Desire to move forwards. I think they are moving forwards in their feelings as well. It feels like their feelings are growing here. And I think they could tell you, but they could tell you through friends. It could be one where they don't tell you directly, or you find out something about their feelings through friends or through some sort of event. You might also bump into them at some sort of social event, party, work event also. Seriously, I haven't finished with that one yet? Oh, goodness me. Or are you trying to tell us that you're the Knight of Cups, Bedford? Are you the Knight of Cups? You might be. Yeah, you're the Knight of Cups. He's the loving knight, aren't you? Yes, you are. Very determined on their quest. There's a determination that comes through here. Oh, have I finished now? Did I get the last word I had to say? I did. Thank you. So very determined energy coming through. Let's just cover up the star. Okay. Oh, you're going to lick me. Well, that's nice. Just don't bite me. Good boy. Okay, one more. Knight of Swords. Yeah, there's a real desire to actually rush in. And I think when they do get going, when they are ready to move things forwards, it's going to move fast. Maybe they might even seem a little bit reckless with the Knight of Swords, a little bit pig-headed with all of this, because there's almost a desperation to get to you, to get this relationship moving how they want it to be moving. And there's a frustration with the obstacles in the way, any blockers, barriers, obstacles, whether imaginary, real, perceived, whether it's physical distance or something less tangible like, society's expectations, family expectations. I think they're going to reach a point where they go, fuck it, I'm doing whatever I want anyway, and this is happening, and I don't care anymore, and nobody gets to tell me. Nobody gets to tell me what to do. That's really nice. Okay, so I'm going to pop these away just because the shells, I've had to censor a couple of them with shells and I don't want Bedford moving them about, and we will have a look at the energy oracle. And just before I move on, I just picked up the deck and the Three of Swords was on the bottom, and I do just want to mention that for a moment because it seemed very poignant, and this could be why things aren't moving on at the moment. As I said, there's still this healing from heartbreak that they have to do, whether it's actually separating from somebody that they're currently with, or you separating from somebody that you're with. But it feels like the reason things can't move forwards as you want them to, or begin as you want them to at the moment, it is protection, because they are having to do some healing on their heart so that they can be the right person for you. So let's bring in the energy oracle cards now, and again I'm going to shuffle them off camera in case there are any that aren't very YouTube friendly. Bedford is furiously washing his back on my lap right now. What have we got, Bedford? All tied up. Yes. The Sun. Happy family. Yeah, that kind of expresses what we've just said, doesn't it? Daughter Spirit. And Cornucopia. Wow, that's positive. Very, very positive. They're having some really good thoughts about you. Very positive thoughts, thinking about the future, thinking about how they'd like things to be. I just cut the deck as well. We have Man Holding a Heart and the Magician in the Mirror, which I'm going to add to the sides here. So there we go. All right. So all tied up. Yes, it does feel that that's the obstacle holding you back at the moment. I think they're all tied up in their own thoughts as well at the moment, but it feels to me like they're thinking about the future with you. They see a solid, concrete future with you. They see something serious with you. I said about you being their light, their sunshine. So really, really beautiful energy. I think they can see something serious happening with you in the future, maybe having a family with you in the future if that's something that's on the cards or that you both want. Bedford's back. Betty, could you not do that? Because I need to see the cards. Don't you dare jump up there. Let's get him down again. Thank you. Yes, we've all seen you. Thank you. And down here you'll notice as well there's a 32, Daughter Spirit. You've got 23, 32, which are mirroring numbers. See, it's like they're like a mirror of each other, how they've shown up, which is interesting. So again, it's like you have mirrored souls. You may be mirroring each other in your life experiences in them at the moment, even if they're not quite the same. I feel you are mirroring each other a lot. So by that, what I mean is you're basically going through the same experiences. one way or another are having similar thoughts, similar experiences, and that is very common with this type of soulmate connection, because you are so deeply connected on a soul level. It's not surprising that you'd be having very, very similar experiences, even on a daily basis, an hourly basis. It's possible your opinions are very, very similar about things as well. This this is a divine counterpart for sure, somebody who's very, very spiritually connected to you, with the daughter spirit and the magician in the mirror. So as an actual mirror there, I want to say you're literally mirroring each other. And the magician, again, we had the magician from the tarot too, so it does feel like somebody is putting in the work to manifest this, or to cast spells to help this to happen. I don't mean that in a manipulative way, you know, like positive spells. You can cast spells to attract love or to help remove obstacles, you know, without manipulating anybody. That's absolutely fine and valid, as long as, you know, you're doing it for the right reasons, for everyone's highest good, without doing any manipulation, you know, or trying to subvert anyone's free will, of course. And the man holding the heart. So I know the majority of my audience is women. I'm aware of that. I've seen the analytics. I look at the analytics. I'm a marketer. Man holding a heart. So this is somebody who is ready to hold their heart out to you, literally, not just wearing it on their sleeve. They've got it in their hand to give to you. Forget putting it on their sleeve. That's the next step here, to hand you their heart, to give it to you, to entrust it to you. And again, that's where some of this fear is coming from. It is wow, look at the divine numerology here, 111. So we've got 111 with 1 and 11 on these two cards. So I want to bring in the angelic number of 111. So it feels like there's angelic help here as well behind the scenes. It does feel like this is a fated connection, kind of like you're supposed to be together on some level in this lifetime, regardless of exactly how that shows up, because you might choose that you don't want to be with this person, but it's very, very fated. Your meeting has been very, very fated. I think you could be very abundant together. I think this person knows it. This person might look at you and think, well, we're very compatible, we could go places. There's power couple energy here, but loving power couple, you know, not like people who would tread on others. You're compassionate. You would both work together for the common good. You're not the kind of people who would trample on others to get where you want to go. You know, you would give back to your community if you made millions of pounds or dollars, you know. You would be kind and loving and compassionate to people. There's a beautiful energy here, and I think this person knows that about you. And I think as well, you have helped to open up their spirituality. You've piqued their interest into all things spiritual, maybe holistic. Maybe you've introduced them to essential oils or something like that, you know, something a bit alternative, a bit different, and they see themselves changing when they're around you. You open up these doors of possibility to higher levels of spirituality as well. Maybe you've had deep spiritual conversations, or maybe you will have with this person. There's a desire to have them. I think that's something they're thinking about, either that you have had these conversations or they would like to. I think they're fascinated by you, especially if you're a bit more sort of overtly spiritual than them. There's a desire to do that, and that just makes them love you even more. It's this, like, that makes them want you even more. Like, wow, I could be with this person, I can have these amazing deep spiritual conversations, and no one's going to laugh at me or tell me I'm stupid, or, you know, or quote Bible verses and tell me I'm wrong, you know. Or maybe that is what you do. Maybe you enjoy doing that with each other. That's great. But it's positive. It's not like someone shutting you down. I feel previously they were with someone in the past, or maybe that's the relationship they're leaving. Somebody shut them down spiritually, and they weren't able to grow on that spiritual level. And they see this possibility to grow on a soul level, spiritual level with you in all ways. I would say they see the possibility to grow financially with you. And that doesn't mean that they're a gold digger looking for your money, quite far from it. I think they see that they could go far with you supporting them, or with them supporting you. You could become very financially rich and abundant together, and they see that huge potential. Thank you for being the one I can always count on. Oh, that's lovely. Absolutely love that. What a beautiful message. Okay, so this is actually absolutely glorious energy. I'm going to pop the cards away. Then we're going to do astrological signs, letter tiles, and a few charms, just to get some more confirmation that this is your reading. Okay, as if by magic, my desk is clear again and Bedford has left the room. So let's take a look at the astrological signs here connected to this reading. So this could be one of your big three, their big three, could be a sign that's important in your chart or in your synastry. Okay, so we've got double Taurus, so strong Taurus, and double Scorpio. Okay, so you could literally be the same signs, or you could be opposite signs, because Taurus and Scorpio are opposite to each other on the zodiac. So you could be opposing each other. Your suns could be in opposition in your chart, in your synastry. I'm just going to rethrow these two, see if there are any other signs that would like to come out as well. Gemini and Scorpio is back. So Scorpio definitely wanted to stay, double Scorpio. So we've got Taurus, Scorpio and Gemini. So beautiful. But again, you could both be the same sign, and that could be a different sign, because we have Gemini, which is the twins, and then we've had 2 Scorpios and 2 Tauruses. So you could have something very much in common in your chart, and it's not necessarily your sun sign. Oh, letters throwing themselves on the floor. Could be your moon sign, could be a Venus sign, you know, could be your ascendant, that you both got the same, or you've got something matching. That's very interesting. So let's get some letters. All right. Ooh. What do we have? We have J, E, V, P, L, N, K, U, Y, another E, O, Leroy, U, E, I'm hearing the song Only You. Could be a connection. T, so they could be words, they could be other names or places, for example, that connect you in here. Bit of confirmation. So this is a blank tile, so that can be any letter you want it to be, or it can be a hyphen, for example, if you've got a hyphenated double barrel name. R, D, let's get a couple more. Okay. Right, that's something you make with yogurt, isn't it? Okay. Maybe that's something you like to eat together. A-I-A-I. And another I. E. Let's put that away. Okay. Dana. Dairy could be a link for you as well. Trisha. Peter. Paula. Penny. I'm seeing Taurus again, so it could be a car as well. It may not just be the sign, it could be a bull, it could be actual animals, because I've got dairy as well coming through for me. Emperor. I'm being shown penguins, emperor penguins as well. Sanjit. Ross. Rai could be a name. I know someone with surname Rai. Netball could be a connection. Somebody could work in estate agency or lettings, so real estate. You could work with this person. Your companies could be doing some sort of joint venture, JV. Okay. Yogurt. There's all kinds of dairy themes coming through today, which is fascinating. Okay. Yop. That's another yogurt drink. Just dairy coming through so strongly. Maybe someone's allergic to dairy. I mean, okay. Genevieve. Tessa. Tunic. Someone might wear a tunic. Roy. Rainier. Okay. Let's get some charms. Also, feel free to take a screenshot of this page and look for letters for yourself or words for yourself. Let's get some charms from my pile ones. What have we got? Oh, that one wants to come out. Oh, the fairy castle came out. I wasn't going to take it, but it fell out all by itself. Isn't that sweet? What have we got here? We have a cat. We have the Tree of Life, so there's a holistic connection here. One of you could be into that. There's the peace symbol, CND, campaign for nuclear disarmament. You could be somebody who does campaign for better things in the world. We have an angel wing here. We had the angelic number 111 come through earlier. We have a whale's tail. Okay, so I feel like one of you could work for a non-profit, an NGO, something to do with the environment maybe, or forestry. Maybe you look after forests or plants, work with plants. A lovely little star. A leaf. Oh, that's like a vine leaf, this one. We have a unicorn. We have a ship's wheel. So there's a connection to the sea here with the dolphin tail and the ship's wheel. And we have a broken heart. Oh, and it's just waiting for the other side to be filled in. So it feels maybe like your person's waiting for you to fill the gap in their heart, I suppose, that was left. With the castle here, there could be a connection to an actual castle, could be in the name of where you live, or you might be going to Disney. You might like Disney, maybe you're Disney adults. Or there could be a trip coming up to Germany, I want to say, looking at that one as well. Okay, I hope that was helpful for you, my pile ones. Remember, you can check out another pile or another reading if you'd like more messages, more confirmation. If you're drawn to another pile, by all means. Or if you just want to watch the other piles to see what the toys were, that could be fun too, because I don't know what they're going to be yet, because this is the first reading I've done. I don't know what's in those boxes either. So I hope I will see you there, or that I will see you in another reading. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, share this video with a friend if you enjoyed it. I will see you very, very soon. In the meantime, please take very, very good care of yourselves. Bye-bye. Hello, pile 2, box 2. Let's open this up and see which toy you have. How exciting. I love doing this. This is such fun. I really should get some scissors on that because I'm destroying the box. I'm hearing people in the audience gasping, going, you can't damage the box. You got to keep that. It's a collectible. Right, there we go. I feel bad when I rip it anyway. Okay. There we go. Who do we have in here? What's Kuromi doing in this box? She has books. This is Sleeping Curse. She's asleep and she can't do her homework because someone's cast a spell on her. Oh my goodness. That's a bit dark. These are supposed to be kids' toys. Okay, they're not totally kids' toys because it does say 15 plus, I guess. So. And I'm a grown-up, I can handle it. Right, let's get her out. She's been sent to sleep. The Sleeping Curse. Very convenient when it's time to do homework, I have to say. Okay, so I do wonder if that's her being a bit cheeky as well. Maybe she's pretending to be asleep, like Bedford does when I try and do things with him, if you've ever watched his channel. But this does make me wonder if there's something keeping you apart from your person, if somebody has literally done some sort of magic or put the evil eye on you, which wouldn't necessarily be done intentionally. Maybe they're just having bad negative thoughts about you or towards you and this person. Or maybe your person can't see your value at the moment. Maybe their eyes are closed for some reason because someone doesn't want them to see. Because this isn't necessarily someone being willfully asleep. They've been put to sleep artificially. So it feels like there could be some sort of blocker here. It could be supernatural in nature, so it could well be a good time for you to do some sort of clearing ceremony, a tie cutting meditation, for example, just to cleanse your energy. Get some sage, get some Palo Santo, you know, some Florida water, whatever it is that you work with. It's not necessarily anything major, but to just clear your energy, clear their energy, or encourage them to do that. So interesting with the eyes closed, sleeping, but it's not a happy sleep. So it could be that they're having a difficult time in their life at the moment and they just can't see the value that you bring to the table, or maybe they're not ready for a relationship and they're under someone else's spell, shall we say. They could be under somebody else's spell, and that's not necessarily romantic either. They could be being controlled or manipulated by somebody, so that could be something happening in this situation. All right, so let's begin. Let's take a look at your person's thoughts and feelings about you at this time. That's quite a dark place to start. It's funny, as I was getting this reading set up, I thought, should I use the Kuromi toys for this reading? Because it's a love reading. I thought they're a bit dark. They're not necessarily going to be very positive. And then I remembered that life isn't necessarily all happiness and rainbows and unicorns and sunshine and roses, is it? You know, sometimes it is hard. It is dark sometimes. So, okay, healthy choices. That's interesting. That was the first card to come out for pile 1. And that's just thrown itself out of the deck as I was shuffling here. So that's very... Oh, they're jumping here. So there could be a connection to pile 1 for some of you, so you may wish to go and watch it. Pile 1 could be a continuation of this reading, or it could be what's happened before, what's gone before. There's a connection there. Paradise, happiness and joy, playfulness, enjoying each other, honeymoon phase, Cupid's arrow, shock, coffin, death, talking, key on a ring. Okay, so this feels to me like a connection where something's gone a bit wrong. And it does feel like other people possibly have been manipulating this person or influencing this person in some way, because it feels like, yeah, it feels like things were going very nicely, or they were about to, and something happened. There's this shock energy of, with the lightning here, it's almost like the tower in the tarot. It'd be interesting to see if the tower comes out in a minute when we go to the after tarot. So sudden change, shocking news, surprise and epiphany, transformation. So it feels like a situation where I think they have good feelings for you. This person thinks about you positively. They do. But it feels like there's someone else or something else in the way that may have intervened to stop you coming together. There's manipulation here. It's not the most positive energy. There's something else or someone else, or maybe they wanted to keep their options open with Cupid's arrow there. I'm not getting the best energy from this reading, unfortunately. And that doesn't mean that it won't be good for you, and that doesn't mean that it's not positive for you or that it won't be in the future, okay? So nothing's set in stone. Always remember that. And this is a group reading on YouTube, okay? So take from it what is helpful and leave what isn't. Take from it what resonates for you, leave the parts that don't. If it doesn't make sense, it's not your message. So coffin and death. So it feels almost like this relationship needs a new start. It needs a new start. So it feels to me like this could be, for many people, a relationship that's come to an end, or that you're in separation, you're separated, split up. Because we have the coffin and death here. It feels like maybe someone went off with somebody else. It all seemed to be going really nicely. I mean, you might have even been married to this person, and you were very good for each other. But then something else happened. Someone went off with someone else, or they decided they weren't ready to settle down, or they just didn't want to do that. It was too much, too serious, and it may have come as a terrible shock to somebody. And there could have been third-party intervention, you know, with our somniferous spell here. Coffin and death. It feels like this person's thinking about a new beginning with you. That's what I'm getting. I feel like there's regret. But I want to bring in a level of caution here. If this was a one-night stand, and the key on a ring can be a one-night stand, I feel this person may be someone with a lot of options. They may be messaging you. They may be trying to woo you back again. But I'm concerned as to whether this person is ready for something serious yet. They may not be. I mean, if that's okay with you, that's absolutely fine. You know, if you're happy to have a casual relationship or a situationship with this person, I think that's not a problem. Could turn into something in the future, but we can't make any guarantees here. So it does feel like they would be more interested in something casual, or maybe it's something that someone you were connected to in the past who is just looking for a hookup, or sort of a casual relationship. I'm not getting the serious energy I would like to see here, which is a shame, because I feel like you're very good for them and they know that perfectly well. And they might be being a bit of an idiot at the moment. Okay, and that's putting it mildly. That's me being polite because I'm on YouTube. Bit of a dick, I think I would say. This person might be a bit of a dick. Okay, or they might be now. Okay, they don't have to be. They could be better than that. But and as I got these cards out, I bumped into my snake ring. So I feel like the snake symbolism could be important, or they could have acted like a bit of a snake. They could have been dishonest with you, because I'm not getting the best energy here. Okay, but take it as it resonates for you. You know your situation. Obviously, I don't. Let's get some more cards. Let's see what else is going on here, because I'm getting definitely thinking about you. Maybe they think that they really mess things up and you're never going to talk to them again. you know, with the death here in the coffin, it might feel like, oh wow, I really messed that up. They're never, you know, pile 2 is never going to speak to me. They're never going to want me back after what I did, but I've got to try. I'm going to try anyway. It might be a bit of a shock after what I did. Maybe this is someone who cheated on you, you know, or who left you for somebody else thinking the grass was greener, and it wasn't necessarily. So it feels like someone who wants to get back into your good books, who wants to get back into conversation with you, get back into your life, back into your mind. But they may not have reached out yet, so you might not know that at the time. This love is crazy. I need to figure myself out. Yeah, you do. You need to grow up as well. Okay, I don't understand. No one understands me but you. Okay, I'm getting a little bit of an emotionally immature energy. And if this is a younger person, that's completely understandable. I do feel like they have strong feelings for you. And if you're not together at this moment, that could be what's making them stronger. Absence makes the heart go stronger. But at the same time, they feel very confused about this. They're not very clear in themselves as to what they actually want. Okay, but they feel like you bring a lot of understanding. You're a very kind person. You help them to understand themselves better because they're saying, I don't understand. Or maybe this person was gaslighting you, saying, oh, well, I didn't do anything wrong. I never promised you we were getting married. You know, why would you be offended when I sleep with someone else? You know, there could be that. They could be a bit narcissistic, a bit selfish, a bit self-serving. So again, red flags. If those red flags are flying, you know what to do, okay? I need to figure myself out. Yeah, it feels like someone who isn't ready for anything serious at the moment. They're not ready for a serious commitment. And that's not to say that they wouldn't be in the future, because they have very strong feelings for you, and that might be driving them a bit nuts because they might not want to settle down, but they feel like they kind of want to with you, but they don't want to, but they do, but they don't, but they, you know, and there's this whole kind of seesaw. It might have been on and off with this person. Very, very challenging energy. And I'm sorry if you've had to go through this, if someone's put you through that, because that's horrible having to deal with that. That's really, really crappy. You know, that's not nice at all. Difficult. Not necessarily a bad person. Maybe a bad person. You know, this could be someone who's an absolute a-hole. You know, and if they are, you'll probably know that already, and you don't need me to tell you, but I am confirming it if that's the case. They could be a terrible person. And you might just be looking for me to confirm that no, too many red flags, get away, run. All right, for some of you, that's the message. Take it if it resonates. For others of you, it's proceed with caution if you want to have something to do with this person, because I don't think they can be trusted to be or say what you want them to be or say at the moment, or they might give you false promises. So let's get a few more cards, see what else is going on here. See what else they're thinking about you, feeling about you, because you're definitely on their mind. And they might have something of an idealized view of you at the moment. All right, but they might be thrill-seeking at the moment, I want to say. Perspective, yes, better off, happiness, clear headspace. I do feel like they're thinking you would be a better option for them, a better choice for them than what they've done in the past or who they're with currently. They're getting some better perspective on that. But that doesn't mean they're doing the right things. Okay, they could be being manipulated by someone thinking, well, I'd be better off with pile 2, but I'm in this relationship at the moment, so, you know, and this person really needs me or really likes me and I want to give this a go, but part of me thinks that I should really have stayed with pile 2 or been with pile 2. You know, there's this, it's almost like Gemini energy. It's like a back and forth, like two sides of them. They don't know what to do. Like they're saying, I need to figure myself out. I don't understand. I don't know what I'm doing, but I have all these feelings for you, but I can't handle them. I messed it up. I hurt you, you know. Breaking point. Wow. Distracted. Time. Yeah. So I feel like this person could be on the verge of a breaking point. They could be on the verge of some sort of breakthrough as well. Sidetracked, change, delays. Yeah, I mean, with Cupid's arrow, it feels like they might have gone off with somebody else and distracted. They may have distracted themselves from a proper relationship by running off with someone else because they weren't mature enough to deal with a proper relationship, which might be what you offered them. I feel like they could be somebody who is very immature, who gets distracted easily. Okay, they may be ADHD, and that's not to diss anyone with ADHD. That's not what I mean at all. That could just be another thread for somebody. But limit, final straw, overwhelmed. I mean, they could have driven you to that point of overwhelm. But I think they're overwhelmed with their life at the moment. and they might be making really stupid choices because of it. All right. But I do feel with the time card here, I think they will come back around as a better person for you in the future. And it could be a third party that's distracting them at the moment, maybe someone they're with or someone they're seeing at the moment, because I'm feeling other people in the mix. This person isn't 100% single. Okay. They're either seeing other people, having flings with other people, you know, casual hookups, casual relationships, situationships, or they're actually in a relationship that isn't very positive. It feels quite toxic. Okay, they might be being manipulated by somebody that they chose over you, and that was a really bad choice, but they kind of feel like they're stuck there now, although they don't want to be. So really not the happiest of situations, but chemistry, attraction, spark, passion, only you. Yeah, it feels like they want you back, even if it's just for a night. They want something from you. There's a connection to your energy which they can't let go of. There's this connection to your energy. Like, this love is crazy was the card we had. They feel connected to you. They know they have a soul connection with you, and they're going to have to come back around at some point, because I've got one day, someday, somewhere, another time next to time. So it feels like they'd like something in the future. That's their feeling. But right now it feels like it would be a fantasy. Daydreaming, imagining, fantasize. So I feel like they're fantasizing about you, dreaming about you, thinking about you, imagining what it would be like if you were in an exclusive relationship and a marriage. There's a whole load of passion here for sure. If you've never been physically intimate, then they're thinking about what that would be like. If you have, then they're definitely revisiting that. There's a very special chemistry between you, for sure, a very special connection. And they're thinking about what that could look like one day. But it's kind of like toying with the idea at the moment. Nothing feels very concrete, nothing feels very serious. It's toying with the idea. It's, I mean, I use toys to pick the reading. It's toying. Literally, it's childlike at the moment. It's immature. Okay. All right, let's pop these away and get some tarot cards. We'll go to the After Tarot, then we'll go to the Energy Oracle. So as I was shuffling one of the decks of cards, this one here, the Lover Oracle cards, as I was shuffling those away, the card Childhood Trauma showed up, and I noticed it, and I thought, okay, that could definitely be a connection for somebody there. And I'm not trying to excuse somebody's bad behaviour, but for somebody that may be maybe a connection out there that could be to do with childhood trauma, and that's why they're not particularly good in relationships. They don't really know what they're doing. It could be rather chaotic. They could have very insecure childhood attachment, and that's not to excuse bad behaviour, but that could be a connection or just validation, confirmation for somebody watching. Okay, if that's something you happen to already know about that person. All right, or that could be you. So let's take a look at the After Tarot, get your person's thoughts and feelings about my pile 2, my beautiful, gorgeous, wonderful pile 2s, and I don't think you hear that enough. And we're going to bring in some Cosmic Dragon spray for you as well. Let's have a little spritz of this. I'm spraying this with the intention of it reaching everybody who would like some. So if you'd like some, just say yes silently now. Lovely. Spicy. It's very Octobery. I'm filming this in October. It's almost like pumpkin spice Cosmic Dragon. Okay, let's get some pumpkin spice Cosmic Dragon. Why not? Why not? Okay. All right. Oops. That's some nudity on that card. Let's get a crystal. Nice big one to cover them both up. The sun. Cover up the little cherubs. Now, I'm going to cover up the cherubs, but I'm also going to... Hang on. There we go. What are they holding? A big old red flag. Okay, so for some people, this is confirmation of a big old red flag. You think you're looking at the sun, at the garden, at everything that you want, but there's a big old red flag that's jumping out of us here. So this could be somebody who seemed too good to be true, or maybe you have unrealistic expectations of what they're capable of at this time, or, you know, maybe you fell in love with potential rather than who somebody actually is at this time. Okay, so for some people that is a message. The sun's normally a very positive card. I'm going to take the reverse meaning of it, although I don't reverse the cards, but I do sometimes bring out the reverse meaning when my guides tell me to. So red flags, red flags. Okay, and that's a red agate that I've put on top here. That could be a crystal that could be helpful, grounding, help you to feel safer, more secure in yourself. 10 of Wands, exhaustion. Okay. Yeah, I think they've come to the end of their rope. Okay, Page of Cups. Again, emotional immaturity with the Page of Cups. It's a page. It's almost childlike. Okay, High Priestess. I think they know that you're too good for them. I think they know perfectly well that you're too good for them. And there's doubt here as to whether you would even be interested in them anymore and whether they even have the energy to chase after you and try and make amends. It might just seem all too much or too overwhelming for them. Okay, particularly at this time. That's not to say, again, that's not to say that wouldn't happen in the future. We're just looking at right now. Okay, their thoughts and feelings today. Okay, that's just today. But they definitely see you almost as like this divine figure in their life, somebody with spiritual knowledge and wisdom and so much more balanced and calm and secure in themselves. I'm hearing for some people you might have children or a child with this person, and they kind of see you as this like divine goddess mother type figure in their life, and the rain has just started pouring down outside. Wow, a lot of emotion. This person might have even cried because they hurt you and for some reason that made them cry. That could be a connection for some people. Just seeing 5555 on the clock there. 6 of Cups, 8 of Cups, 5 of Wands. I thought that was going to come out. I saw that while I was shuffling. I wasn't sure whether to bring it out or not, but it's come out. And Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, they know something's got to give, something's got to change, or they won't get to be happy in their life, basically. And I think they'd really like to be with you. Okay, the Star, which I'm just going to cover up her boobies. All right. And the Knight of Pentacles. Oh, well, there's a shift and a half. Oh, I just want to bring in this one as well. King of Wands. 8 of Swords. Oh, wow. This person is their own worst enemy. They know it. You know it. Everyone knows it. They have you up on a bit of a pedestal. I think you kind of feel like this person who's a bit out of reach, that maybe they don't feel good enough for, or they know perfectly well they're not good enough for. That wouldn't necessarily mean that they won't mess you around again. You know, if you were to initiate something with them now, I think they would mess you around. So that's a warning for some people. Obviously, you know your situation, so don't let a tarot reader on YouTube doing a group reading tell you how to live your life. But at the same time, that's a reading, that's a warning for some people, and you'll know if that's for you. So 6 of Cups, Knight. Let me just take these away. So it feels like they need to leave some old habits behind, and they know it. You might have pointed out some toxic habits, toxic people that they need to step away from, that they haven't found the strength to do. It could be their family, it could be a mother or a mother figure that they need to step away from that's toxic for them. It could be the mother of their children, their baby mama, that they need to get away from, who's very toxic, very controlling, perhaps who kind of has their balls in a jar on the shelf, shall we say, who has them under a spell. And that doesn't necessarily mean a specific spell. They might have them under a marriage contract that they don't feel able to get away from, or they feel they have to go through and they just have to close their eyes to everything else in the world and get on with it and just ignore what they could have with you, which is really sad. 5 of Wands. It does feel like they are planning. They know that they are going to have to fight for this if they want it. So what they would have to fight themselves, possibly a third party, possibly family members. They would have to fight you on some level to prove to you that you're worthy of their love. Okay. There would be a lot for them to do. It would be struggle. It would be difficult if they want to be with you because they have to prove themselves. Okay. And the Wheel of Fortune comes in to say, well, that could happen. All right. That's a possibility. They're thinking about what they would have to do, what it would take to have another chance with you. And that is a possibility because we've got the Wheel of Fortune. So it's possible. All right. Knight of Pentacles, King of Wands, 8 of Swords. So the 8 of Swords is about holding yourself back. Okay. They hold themselves back from things. They're their own worst enemy. They cause the majority of their own problems. If they're to come forwards to you, they need to do it in an honourable way, and they know that. They need to come as the Knight of Pentacles. They need to come slow, steady, measured, mature, financially stable, emotionally stable, not the King of Wands reversed, which is who they have been up until now, I think. Again, I don't shuffle my cards so they come out as reversed, but I'm reading this one as a reversed energy. And the King of Wands reversed is not a nice person, okay? He is not known for his fidelity. He is rash, selfish, pushy, has like one night stands with people, leads them on. Is not a nice person, not a nice energy, and he knows that. And I say he, it doesn't have to be a man. That's just the card that I'm reading. That's the energy I'm reading. This person knows they need to change, but they're holding themselves back. So I think they believe that there are some insurmountable obstacles. Or they choose to believe that they're insurmountable because they don't want to do the work. Okay, there's definitely some poor me energy coming off this person. Oh, poor me. Oh, I could have. Oh, it's not fair. I can't have this relationship with part 2 because blah, blah, blah. Well, bollocks. If you got off your ass and changed some things, it could be different. And you might have even told them that. I feel like you might have told them that. Okay. I get the name Terry coming through quite strongly here as well. So get off your ass, Terry. That could be a man or a woman, actually, couldn't it, Terry? Okay. One more card for Terry. Or whoever this is. Seven of Cups. Yeah, they're thinking. They're thinking about it. I get the song in my head, which I only know from Instagram, actually, because some people put it on the background of reels, saying, I see it, I like it, I want it, I need it to make me happy. Yes, I do need you. So they do want you, they see you, they know it. They're just really confused, going around in their head. Maybe being held back by the temptation of somebody else, or worrying about being cut out of a will, or staying with someone for their money, or because of financial security. Maybe they're worried about losing that. There's very, very negative energy coming off this whole situation, which is really sad. And that's not to say this is a bad person. Good people make bad choices, or foolish choices, or misguided choices, or they're manipulated, and some people are just dicks. So could go either way. All right, I'm going to put these away and we are going to have a look at the energy oracle. Okay, we'll clear table again. Energy oracle cards, let's go. I'm going to shuffle them off camera again because some of them aren't YouTube friendly. We might need some shells or crystals to cover up boobies. All right. Okay, adjacent possibilities. Interesting. So their thoughts and feelings, walking away, victory, hostilities. Yeah, interesting that the hostilities card is touching the spell here. Okay, daughter spirit, cornucopia. Oh, interesting. And contract. Ah, yes. You see, daughter spirit and cornucopia came out in pile 1. They came out in that order, and I have shuffled these since then, so they weren't put away together. That's very interesting because I shuffle my cards back into the pack in a certain way so that they can't show up together, even if I don't do a very good job of shuffling, unless they find their way back to each other again. So that's very interesting. So what was this spell called? It's a sleeping curse. Hostilities, sleeping curse. Somebody wants them to be asleep to other possibilities. Someone's very controlling. They could be with someone who's very controlling, or it could be them. It could be an aspect of themselves that keeps the loving part of them asleep, so to speak. It could be their an element of their subconscious mind, their ego mind, that controls the other parts, so you don't really get to see the nice, sweet, kind person that is in there. Or it could be an actual physical person external to them who's controlling them. And hostilities, wow, they're really going to have to fight their way out of this. And I think they know it. So adjacent possibilities, it feels like you're on their mind, like you're a possibility. They'd like that to be a possibility again. Okay, 24/6, master builder number. So something they'd like to manifest, to be with you or somebody like you. Okay, because they're not sure if you'd take them back. Walking away. I think they've been thinking about you walking away from them, and wondering whether they'd still have a chance with you. They could reach out in the spring, or you may have broken up in the spring, because I'm looking at the cherry blossoms here. And as I say cherry blossom, I want to say it in the style of Estelle. I don't know if you've seen the Mali show. Little puppet called Estelle, fox puppet. So, cherry blossom, if you know, you know. But look, the gate behind her is open. So I think they know that even if you're at a distance, even if you split up, or there's still a possibility that the gate might be open enough for them to slip through, for them to follow you into this beautiful garden of possibility and beauty, because they see you as having improved your life. since you've stepped away from them if you're no longer together, or maybe you are stepping away, or maybe they just think that you have a better life, that they would like to be more like you. Okay. I mean, you might still technically be together. You might still be in a relationship with this person. You know, obviously everyone's situation is different, but they see your energy going in a very different direction to theirs, and I think there's some envy there. They'd like to follow you, but they're not sure if they can. They're not sure if the door's going to close before they get there. And by the door closing, I don't necessarily mean the opportunity closing. Maybe the opportunity with you will close, or maybe their mind just won't let them walk through it. Maybe they have mental blocks about doing things that are good for them. Okay. Victory, and that could be as a result of abuse in childhood, for example, you know. Victory. So victory is possible here, but they have to fight for it. They will have to fight for it if they want it. 28, 10, 1. So 28, 2 and 8 is 10, which is the Wheel of Fortune, which was the card where I said this is possible. Yes, victory is possible. Change is possible. A new cycle is possible, but they will have to follow their intuition to get off this beaten track that they're stuck on, and it will require work and possibly some struggle, maybe some fighting against people or aspects of themselves that wants to hold them back. So daughter spirit. So there's a spiritual connection here. I feel this person is quite spiritual on some level. You know, you do meet people who are dreadful people, but very spiritual. All right. So this could be one of those people. Sorry, I keep telling terrible things about this person. It's not personal. I'm just reading energy. Okay. No one's perfect, especially not me. This could be someone who actually is quite spiritual and understands some greater spiritual truths, but can't seem to kind of live them in their life. All right, even if they know they should or they would like to, they struggle to do that. Cornucopia, that's actually a really nice positive card. But what I want to say is there's a feeling of lack with this person. It feels like they're always chasing that next acquisition. They could be someone who likes to buy things. They might be very spendy. They might be a salesperson, someone who never feels like they have enough. They've always got to have the latest toys, the latest iPhone, the newest Tesla. They've got to have the new car, the new house, the thing that, the Rolex, the thing that's better than the next person. They could be someone who competes and compares themselves, tries to keep up with the Joneses, you know, which is frustrating. You know, they could be someone with a lot of money, but it's never enough. It's never enough. There's this insecurity that it's never enough, or it's going to be taken away from them somehow. Interesting. And with contract here, it's interesting because this person has a blindfold on. This person has their eyes closed. And so does our little Kuromi toy. She's got her eyes closed. There's something they're not seeing. There's definitely something they're not seeing in this situation. It could be because other people have given them the wrong idea about life. Maybe they learned things in childhood that were just plain wrong, that you've tried to point out to them and say, no, that's not true. That's not how things work. That's not how relationships should be. Or they can't see something because it's being hidden from them. So I feel that could be something that's holding them back at the moment. Or maybe they're not allowing themselves to see something, maybe because they are in a marriage, a relationship to somebody else, or because they have some loyalty to somebody else, maybe a religion, a society, a family, even a job. You know, maybe they've got some misguided loyalty to somebody else that actually isn't helping them, but they can't see it. They're not seeing something. They see the potential with you, but they don't see the whole potential. They don't get the whole picture, because if they did, they would run to you with no hesitation. They don't have the whole picture. So again, there could be some magic, some witchcraft, there could be some spells, or it could be that they're just not choosing not to see something, or maybe they're just not very bright, you know. I don't know. They're not seeing something which to you would be self-evident, but to them clearly it isn't. For some reason they don't get it, they don't see it. Okay, so we're going to move now to what are we doing? Astrology dice. We'll get some signs and we'll get some letters and some charms just for a bit of extra confirmation for you. So let's have a look what we've got here. This could be your sun sign, their sun sign, one of your big three, your Venus sign, could be something important in your synastry. Okay, so we have Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, because of course we do, because they would be a fire sign, wouldn't they? Fire, there's a lot of fire coming through here. And then we have Cancer, so they're going help next to the fire signs. Okay, all right, so strong fire sign energy coming through here. All right, I mean, you could both be fire signs, to be fair. Okay, let's get some letters, see if we can get any names or words that connect you, or initials. You might see initials in here as well. All right. A few more. There we go. What do we have? I want to say Yannick, Yvonne, YNNE, G, L, I, Lynn, L, Lynette, I. This could be somebody who's very selfish with all of these I's. It may be all me, I. Okay. B, again, kind of like a narcissist vibe for some people. So, I mean, if that's your situation, you'll know that anyway. E, Lille, there's town of Lille in North France. Lille could be a connection. O, Berlin. Oh, I'm getting place names. That's interesting. That happens sometimes. Sometimes I'll get names. Sometimes I'll get places. Sometimes it's animals coming through. Behold. Okay. All right. This could be someone who's a little bit grandiose. Maybe they're an actor. Maybe they're on the stage or on TV. A, S. That's upside down. Lots of letters have come out upside down, so they could be someone that really thinks about things differently to how you do, or sees things in a bit of a strange or warped way or different way to average. Z. Got a blank tile. That could be a hyphen or any letter you want it to be. O. X. Ox. They could be very stubborn. You might like OXO cubes. That could be a connection. Marmite could be a connection. W. E. A. I'm going to get one more. And I. Another I, because of course. Because of course it was going to be another I, wasn't it? Yeah. I. So Lily comes through as a name. I want to get some biblical names as well. I've got Beelzebub. But was it Baal? That's a god, isn't it? Quite negative, that one. There could be somebody who sweats a lot or swears a lot, I want to say. Either. Linny. Guido. Hedgehogs. Connection. Azaleas, the flowers, a connection there too. Zara. Zany. Zena. Sarah. Sasha. Donatella. I'm getting Hodmadods. Hodmadods is actually a brand of like beans and peas from the UK. They're grown locally here in England, so there could be a connection to England, UK, or to peas and beans and pulses, dried pulses, or the company Hodmadods. I mean, I don't know. Zebedee, zebra. You both might like horror movies because I'm looking at Saw, and that's what I'm thinking of because it's October. Or you both might really hate horror movies. I mean, there could be a connection, or the movie, the Saw, is it a series? I've never seen it. Lawrence. I'm thinking of Loza, the nickname Loza. Okay. You might like Lawrence Fox, if you know who that is. Okay. Yolande. Bestie. You might call each other bestie, or you might know each other through besties or best friends. Basil. You might like Faulty Towers. Gilbert. All right, let's get some charms for my wonderful pile twos. What do we have in the charm pot today? We have a letter U. So finally, it's about you, not just about them. Looks like it's time for them to make it about you. We have the sign of Scorpio, which I'm going to put over here. Oh, we have the Om symbol. Maybe they found some sort of spirituality or found some sort of peace. Maybe as a connection. Maybe you met at yoga class or at temple, church, mosque, wherever you go. Hot air balloon. I think this person might be someone you'd say is full of hot air. They have a lot to say. Not always very logical or useful. Have an aeroplane. Oh, they could be a pilot. Yeah, it could be a connection to or a cabin crew. Ballet shoes. We have a connection to ballet. We have, I always think this is a sun and a moon. I just get the energy of both from this one. We have a rocking horse. Adorable. I do love a rocking horse. Oops. Surprisingly easy to make as well. If you want to make a rocking horse, you get a big piece of wood about the size you want your rocking horse to be, and you chop off all the bits that don't look like a rocking horse. All right, there's a lady's shoe. That's quite a nice high-heeled shoe. We have acorns, a big heart with a key. Interesting. And then we have this funny little bow that kind of looks like it belongs on like Mickey Mouse or something. It's almost like a comical bow here. I feel like you might have the key to their heart. You might be the only person that genuinely does. Okay. Or they might have said that to you. They might have said, you have the key to my heart, but I can't be with you, you know. Some such nonsense like but there is a strong connection. You have the key to their heart. I mean, from tiny acorns, great oaks grow, don't they? So there is potential here. But I want to say with the bird and the aeroplane, they feel flighty. Maybe they're an artist or someone, and look, there's 3 things that go in the air. They feel like somebody who could travel for work. Maybe they're in the military or something, you know, or maybe they're a ballerina and they have to travel. Maybe they're in a dance troupe. And you have to travel a lot, so you don't get to see them as much as you'd like. Maybe that's what's caused problems, and maybe that's why they have these fleeting relationships, because they don't feel grounded anywhere and don't feel like they can. So interesting. All right, but I think it will be about you moving forward, so that's nice to see. So that's all I have for you, my Paltus. I hope that was helpful. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, share this video with a friend if you enjoyed it. I will see you very soon. I hope you liked my rocking horse joke. Please comment below. Tell me if it was bad. Right, I will see you very soon. Please take very, very, very good care of yourselves. Love you guys so much. Bye-bye. Hello, my pile 3s. This is your Lucky Divination Kuromi box, which we are going to carefully open with some scissors because there's tape on the front here. All right, okay. Let's have a look and find out who your little figure is today. Who do we have? Oh, they've all been different ones so far. I like this a lot. Who is this? This is Witch Book. Oh, there's her book. There's her magic spell book. Interesting. Let's get this open so she can lie and read her book. Isn't that cute? That's her little witch's book, her book of shadows, her book of wisdom, and she's lying reading her little book. Very cute. And she's winking as well. Quite a cheeky, sweet energy with this one. I like this. Do like this energy. So there could be a connection to books literally for you. So you could be a bit of a bookworm. Your person could be a bit of a bookworm. You might be a librarian. You might work in a bookshop. You might be a bit witchy. You might have a book of magical spells, like I have 1 or 2, some sort of grimoire, or you could study higher or lower magics, for example, you or your person. Doesn't necessarily have to be you, could be your person. I like the energy here. It feels cheeky. It feels fun. Let's see where we go with the cards, because one is just shot out that I wasn't expecting. So let's go. Backstabbing, love call, date, ship. Goodness me, what on earth is happening here? This is a little bit chaotic. Hammer, healthy choices, shock, wedding rings. Okay. Goodness me. This is a little bit of a chaotic energy here. Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. Okay, I think I'm there. I feel like this is someone you were with in the past. This feels like an ex. Okay, and if that's not what you're looking for, this might not be your pile. All right, so continue listening if you're not sure. But with Phoenix on the bottom, that explains everything I'm looking at here. This could be somebody who let you down. Maybe you let them down. There was betrayal in the past, because the first card that came flying out was backstabbing here. So there was some sort of deception, some sort of betrayal, I want to say here, kind of Scorpio energy. But with Phoenix, it does feel like somebody maybe where it went wrong in the past, and someone wants to make amends. So I think that could be what they're thinking about. If you split up with them, or if they feel betrayed by you, that would be what they're thinking about at the moment. Or if you betrayed them, they betrayed you. I think they're looking at a new start. So it could be that they're actually thinking about reaching out to you at the moment with the love call, expressing love, messages of love, thinking of you, informing you, and date. So it could be that they're actually hoping to go on a date with you to rekindle something. And this could be someone from quite some time ago, or some quite distance, where maybe you had a connection online, never really went anywhere, or maybe it just didn't. I could take out my ring. It just feels too tight at the moment. This is citrine, by the way. This is a citrine ring I got from Enigma in Bournemouth. So I'm going to pop that there. So if something felt too tight, it's almost like maybe the relationship was too much too soon, and they couldn't handle it because I had to take the ring off. It's like it's too tight, it's strangling me. Maybe there was too much intensity too soon, and they weren't ready for it, or they just didn't handle it very well. But it feels like there's a desire to start again, thinking about you starting again, hoping that you haven't moved on with the ship, hoping that you didn't cut ties permanently and they might have a way back in. This does feel, with the hammer and that sabotage and rebuild, persistent, working on it, repairing. They want to repair the relationship, especially if it's them that sabotaged it. I do feel they are somebody that sabotages good things in their life. They could be somebody that isn't used to having things go well for them, so when they do, they don't make very good choices. They don't deal very well with things going well for them, I want to say. They're not good at making the healthy choices, I think. I think you brought healthy choices into their life. You brought positivity into their life. So I feel like this is either an ex or somebody that you never actually got to be with, but you feel let down for some reason, or they feel let down about it. Somebody's not happy about what happened or what didn't happen here. And with the shock, it could have been a bit of a nasty shock when you found out that maybe someone was dumped unceremoniously and suddenly out of nowhere, or by text message in some inappropriate way, when you actually thought it was going to go on to something serious. Or maybe someone was left at the altar, even worse, or let down when you were engaged, or maybe you were expecting them to propose and instead they dumped you. I mean, it's quite dramatic, whatever it is. I'm getting a sense of drama coming through here with this person. There's a bit of drama that was unnecessary, hurtful, but I don't feel this is necessarily a bad person. Okay, this is someone that wants to come back around, maybe wants another chance with you. And they would have to work on it because they messed up. You're really good for them. Okay, they seriously messed up. Okay. All right, let's see what other cards want to come out here. So they might have asked you out on a date recently. They might have started to slide back into your DMs. They could be trying to contact you, and a whole load of cards threw themselves on the floor. Oh, it's only two. It sounded like more than that. It was only two. Oh, okay. Maybe they're just quite loud, so they sound like 10 people entering the room when they come in, but it's actually just one person. So they could be quite dramatic. It could be a Leo. They could have Jupiter in Leo or something. Emotions overwhelm me. Yeah, that makes sense. I can't make a decision. We see that. And childhood trauma. So yeah, this could be somebody who is not good when it comes to feelings, emotions, relationships. It's just a bit too much. I feel they had overwhelming emotions for you, and that's why they pulled back. It was too much. Or maybe they had these wonderful emotions for you and thought, I can't be the person that Par 3 needs. I can't be the person that Par 3 deserves. I'm going to pull away because it's just a matter of time until they dump me, because I'm clearly not good enough for them. Okay. Or it could be that you dumped them because they refused to be in touch with their emotions. They clearly had a connection with you and they refused to take it forwards. So I'm just having some water. My mouth's going very dry there. So they could literally be struggling to talk to you, because I just had to put lip salve on my lips. I just had to have a sip of water. I feel like they're stressed. They're struggling to speak to you. If you are in communication, it's stressful for them because they feel terrible. I think it's probably them that did the hurting. I can't make a decision. Yeah, even now they're still indecisive. But it is out of fear of rejection, fear of not being loved, fear of being abandoned. There's a strong fear of abandonment with this person. And that can make them very challenging to be around, to be in a relationship with. So not the easiest energy again, just like, I'm not going to say actually, if you feel drawn to another reading, please go for it. Okay, so it's not the first pile that hasn't had the easiest energy. Okay, so see what else your person's thinking and feeling about you. Rejection, yeah, there it is, that fear of rejection. Abandoned, what did I just say? Fear of abandonment. Bitterness, oh dear, all the black and white cards coming out. Conflict, distance, confessions, yeah, oh it's sad. They've been through abandoned, literally on the bottom. What did I say? They've got some serious abandonment issues here, and that's not your problem. That is their problem. They are the one that has to deal with it. You know, and I think they were shocked, they were surprised by the depth of feeling they had for you. And particularly if you walked away, they feel very rejected. They feel very bitter about what happened, very unhappy about what happened. They might be somebody who holds a grudge. They might be somebody who, like I said, maybe a bit emotionally mature. They may even come back in sort of a combative way. They may find an excuse to talk to you that comes across a bit combative. Just as an excuse to make contact without you immediately blocking them. I mean, you might have blocked them. So they might have to find almost to make trouble to get in contact with you, if that makes sense. They might even literally have to make trouble to get in contact with you. I can't imagine what that would look like, but that's what my guides are saying. Distance, yeah, separation, blockage. They feel blocked from you. They feel like they would have to fight to get back into your life. And they're not happy about that. But I think they're angry with themselves as well. There has been some self-reflection. They're angry with themselves. I feel like they would like to speak to you. They would like to offload everything that's on their heart. I mean, they might have done that in the past. Maybe they offloaded a bit too much. You know, you're not their priest or their therapist or their mother. But I feel like they would like to tell you how they feel. There is a strong desire to tell you, to contact you, to speak to you. And I feel it's quite possible this person's blocked. You have them blocked. They can't contact you. You've blocked their number. You've blocked them on Facebook, blocked them on Instagram, you know, block them on TikTok, whatever it is. Block their WhatsApp, their Telegram. I feel like they can't speak to you. And they want to, and they're really annoyed about that. Open heart, receptive, empathy, vulnerable, elusive, yeah. Past life, okay, yeah, there's some past life karma that needs to be sorted out with this person, and I think that's why they're trying to get back in contact with you, because they sense this past life connection. I think you probably sensed it from the get-go. You probably knew right from the word go that you had a past life connection, but they either didn't take it seriously, didn't recognize it for what it was, or chose not to, or maybe took you for granted a bit, thought, oh well, this person clearly likes me, they're not going to leave. Goodness me, this person might be dehydrated because I keep drinking water, or maybe you are. Maybe you need a sip of water, part 3, okay? Just a little nudge there. Okay. Yes, I feel like you were the empathic one, the one with the open heart, the one that helped them to get in contact, in touch. Oh, in contact. You might have helped them get in contact with that, like their birth parents, if they were adopted. I feel you may have helped to heal some rifts in their life. Maybe you helped them to get in contact with spirit. Maybe you're a medium. Oh, I'm feeling all kinds of things around my heart chakra right now. Quite difficult, painful things that you opened up for them. You brought in the potential for them to heal and grow. But right now they see you as this elusive person that they can't get to. There's like a whole web in the way. And maybe it's a web of lies. Maybe they told you so many lies they think that you'll never accept the real them. But you probably already know what the lies are, so you don't care. But I feel like they feel like there is a lot of work that they have to do to get anywhere near you. at the moment. And there is a past life connection. So for some of you, this is a karmic relationship, and it may be that you don't want to get back together with this person or be with this person because you've seen through them, you've worked through the past life karma, and you're ready to move on. You're done with your lesson, but they're not. Okay, so for some of you, that's the situation. You're done with the karmic lesson, they are not done. Okay, for others of you, it is one where there is still unfinished business connected to a past life, connected to some karma that you have together. So we've got deja vu, repeated patterns, karmic lessons. So you're definitely a karmic lesson for each other in some way, shape or form. And that's not to say that you can't be together in the future, you know, or that you can't have a successful relationship. But there is this karma that needs to be worked through first. That's incredibly important. So let's go to the After Tarot. I will pop these away. Okay, so as I was putting the cards away, this one actually came out of this deck as I was putting it away. So we have the runner. So this could be a runner-chaser dynamic between twin flames for some people, and have karmic relationships. So just confirming there that there is some karma that needs to be worked out, sorted out, worked through here if you had to have any sort of chance of a relationship. Now you could be the runner in this situation, or they could have been the runner and now you're the runner. So you might have switched roles. That's definitely possible. So for some people there. All right, that's not for everyone, that particular message. You'll know if that's for you. So let's take a look at the After Tarot, which is one I really like for love readings. I love the After Tarot. Okay, what have we got here? So I have to check these cards before I put them down in case there's any boobies. YouTube doesn't like boobies. All right. Seven of Wands. Seven of Cups. Oh, indecisive much. Ace of Wands. Hermit. I like that the Hermit's come out next to our little Kuromi with her book. Because the Hermit's all about knowledge, wisdom, learning, esoteric knowledge. I love that. Okay, Ten of Swords. Knight of Pentacles. The World, who needs a shell. She needs a shell bikini. There we go. Shell bra. And the Knight of Swords. And of course that would need a shell, wouldn't it? Let's get this one. There we go. The Star. Don't want to cover up the card too much. Okay. All right. Okay, so I have a feeling that this person may try to approach you in a way that isn't necessarily appropriate. They may have stalked you in the past, or they may be stalking you now, and that's not necessarily a okay type of stalking. You know, this could be a difficult ex that you're trying to get rid of who's stalking you, and that's why you're watching the reading to find out what they're thinking about. If that's the case, that could be the case for you. And, you know, make sure that you're safe. Make sure that you're taking any precautions you need to take if that's your situation, please. Seven of Wands, combat, struggle, fighting. Oh, it's like they have an ongoing battle within themselves about what they're going to do moving forwards. Because with the Ace of Wands, I kind of feel like I want to say the Ace of Wands reversed here. You guys know I don't shuffle cards so that they come out reversed. I just read the reversed energy as I'm guided to do so. With the Ace of Wands, I kind of want to do this. And go, this is not a positive Ace of Wands. This isn't the happy, passionate new beginning. This is a person stuck in bad habits, particularly if they are somebody who sleeps around a lot, particularly if they are somebody who cannot be trusted, who, oh goodness, I got the word sexual misconduct then. All right, okay, that's very specific for somebody. But it's like they don't know how to behave themselves. Maybe they can't keep it in their pants, you know, particularly if it's a man. But, or if it's somebody who's bi, I get that particularly for somebody. That's a very specific message for somebody. Yeah, they do too many things with too many people. Basically, their body count is just out of control. Okay, but that could also be a coping mechanism. They could have some sort of addiction there as well, which isn't positive. But with the Hermit here, it feels like there's some self-reflection happening or about to happen for them, and that could be court mandated. They might do it all by themselves. But certainly with the Hermit here, and look how the Hermit is looking back. He's looking backwards at these cards. I feel like there is some self-reflection. It's needed. It's kind of in the very near future position here on my table as I read. So I feel like they're going to be thinking about themselves, reconsidering their choices and options. With the black dog here, I feel there could be some depression as well. There could be somebody who struggles with addictions, with depression, with mental health. and that can make them a very challenging person to be around, but they do have the ability to improve, to see the light. They're carrying this lamp of wisdom here, look, with the Star of David inside, the six-pointed star. I get a connection to King Solomon here as well for them. So I get the name David coming through, so I'm getting some kind of Old Testament stuff coming through here. Could be connection, they could be of Jewish descent or something like that, or Semitic descent, Arab descent. Yeah, certainly the number 9 is important for them. It could be important in their numerology. They are struggling. There's an internal struggle going on. I don't think this person wants to be the person that they were in the past. I think they want to be different. They want to do better. Okay. And do remember, as I'm describing this person, this could be you. The roles can be flipped, all right, as we do these readings. That can definitely be a thing that happens. So 10 of Swords, it's like they want it to all be over. There could be somebody who has tried to end it all in the past. That could be something they've done. Or maybe they just really want to break the pattern, break the cycle. But it's going to be slow progress with the Knight of Pentacles. They can do it. They can, but it's going to be slow progress. Because I feel like they want a better life for themselves, and they see you as being a big part of that. They kind of have you up on a pedestal, maybe a little bit too idolized here. Maybe they have unrealistic expectations as to what a relationship with you would entail, or the improvements it would bring into their life. Maybe they think that being with you would solve everything. Okay, and obviously it won't. You could try and lift them up for a while, carry them emotionally for a while, I'm sure you could, but after about, I don't know, a year, 18 months, you're going to burn out because that's not your job. Maybe that's what happened in the past. Maybe that's why they, if they ended the relationship, they might have dumped you because they drained you emotionally and then left you for, on the floor to find somebody else. Maybe they're a bit of an emotional vampire in that way. Okay. So somebody doesn't have to stay that way. They can learn to be different. They can learn to manage their own emotions, but there could be some issues with anger as well. I feel like they have some resentment towards people from their past, some anger towards people from their past. Maybe there was abuse in their childhood, difficult childhood for sure for a lot of them, and that's not an excuse. Absolutely not an excuse, but it is an observation, so you'll know if that applies. But they see you as having all the answers. So if they are stalking you, for example, or if they are kind of following you around, hoping to get back together with you and being a bit surreptitious about it, it's because they think you've got all the answers. They might see you as the solution. They might have an unrealistic expectation of what you can actually do for them. So I want you to bear that in mind, because that is a red flag. All right. I'm not saying don't get back together with this person if you split, or don't get together with this person. I'm just saying be aware. Go in with your eyes wide open. Yeah. Go in with your eyes wide open. Obviously, this is a group reading. I'm reading group energy here. Not all of this is necessarily going to apply to you and your situation, but go in with your eyes open regardless. Don't rush in. I'm hearing the saying, fools rush in where angels fear to tread. Don't rush in, all right? And particularly don't rush into the bedroom with this person. You need to take it very, very slowly if you want them to treat you right, because they are capable of doing it. All right, for some of you, obviously, if they're bad news and they're a bad person, you don't want to be with them anymore, that's fine. Okay, but if this is someone you do potentially want to give a second chance to, you'll need to take it slowly, make them wait for the cookie. Okay. Yeah. And also keep your distance emotionally. Try not to get too attached to this person too quickly. Try not to do too much for them. So that's interesting that a load of advice came out there, because it doesn't usually. But yeah, I think you're on their mind. I think they would like to do things differently. They have this idealized version of their life where they are a different person and they get to be with you. And I think that's what they'd really like. And I think that's what they're daydreaming about at the moment and wondering how they can make that happen. And there is this whole internal struggle going on within them. For some people, this person could be incarcerated with the Ten of Swords. They could be in prison, jail. But it doesn't feel like it's necessarily a long sentence. It could be someone who's due to get out soon, maybe in sort of like next 7 to 10 months. So I shall pop these away and we'll do the energy oracle cards. Then we will do astrology dice, letter tiles and charms. Okay, energy oracle. This card one needs to come off the bottom, which is anxiety. So I think this person's having some difficult thoughts at the moment. We've got community, so they could be somebody that hangs around with the wrong people. Yeah, I feel the people around them aren't the best. Maybe they were involved in gangs or just hanging out with ne'er-do-wells. Yeah, feels like they need to take a break from everything. Or maybe they hang out down the pub or in a bar or something with people who are just trouble. They could be hanging out in all the wrong places. Okay, so yeah, I feel like they are connected to quite an unsavoury community, I want to say. And they kind of see you as a gateway out of that. They can see the potential of being with you. If you already have children with this person, they have this idealized view of what your family life could look like. And it could be very stable, very loving, very happy. They know that. They know that's possible, but they have this anxiety that they can never reach there, that they don't deserve it, that they'll never be able to achieve that in their lives. There's a lot of fear here. There's a lot of mistrust of the world, mistrust of their own heart, mistrust of themselves. A lot of fear, a lot of sadness. So 7th chakra, Archangel Uriel, but at the same time it feels like their spiritual connection's growing. And this could be because of you. It could be something you opened up in them, because I have the temple path next. So it's like the crown chakra opens, they start the spiritual journey, and then we go to the rest and rejuvenation card where someone's meditating. So I feel like you started them on a whole spiritual journey. Okay, and that's what's going to lead them to the life that they want. It's you that did this. Okay, so congratulations, because that was very important. Karmically speaking, you did them a huge service by doing that to them, all right? You might have literally broken their heart open, but I feel like you were the connection to spirit, to higher levels of spirituality, higher levels of compassion and thought and empathy, and you opened their eyes to the possibility of something greater than themselves. You might have introduced them to a religion, you know, you might have taken them to church for the first time and they really loved it. But it's beautiful, actually, very calm. You bring the possibility of peace, and that could be why they have you on this pedestal, because they look at you and think, wow, that person has all the answers, they know everything, they've got it all sorted out. They're going to church every Sunday, they're really happy. I wish I could be like them. And that's not to say that you have to be Christian, because I'm not. It's just something that's coming through, and that's a specific message for somebody there. The temple path, yes, it does feel like they are in a search for wisdom. And that comes from having met you. You've set them on this path to wisdom. They could be reading books at the moment about spirituality. I feel they could definitely be meditating or doing yoga or something like that, particularly if they're incarcerated or in prison or their movements are restricted for some reason. I feel there's a lot of, like, they could be injured, or I don't know, they might have a broken leg or something. I feel they could be literally meditating and contemplating the universe and working towards eliminating anxiety or working on their mental health at the moment. And I think they know perfectly well that that's what they have to do if they want the outcome that they want. So with the daughter romance, and that's what makes it all possible here at the end. So there is this beautiful possibility that's here for some people, okay? And you will know if that's the case for you. You might not want it, in which case, forget it. That's fine. You don't have to. No one's saying you have to be with this person, okay? But the door to romance for some people will open, and it comes in on a very divine number, which is 33-6, the Christ consciousness. So it feels like spirituality is the key to this person actually cleaning up their act, maybe cleaning up their life, changing their life, turning their life around, and that's how they can be with you. And they're kind of coming to that conclusion, but it's taking them a while to get there. You may already know. I mean, you may have already told them that. If you did XYZ, then, maybe we could be together in the future. Maybe we could be married in the future, or married again. There is a possibility for some people of a very stable connection with someone who is very devout, very dedicated, very spiritual, very devotional. Is that a word? Yeah, that's a possibility, and that's a path that some of Pile 3's people may go down. Okay, and if that resonates for you, then that message is for you. So interesting little twist there at the end. Nice little twist. Wasn't expecting to see that, but it's nice to see. So they have the opportunity to do the right thing, go down the right path, and they are thinking about that, and I think they are working on that right now. But they're doing it because they want to be with you. So you are their inspiration. It's beautiful. Okay. So if that's the case, try not to judge them too harshly in your mind, because I feel like they're trying. And that doesn't mean you let them off. Oh, no. It doesn't mean you let them off for what things they've done or not done. But just maybe hold the door open behind you just in case. If you want them to have the opportunity to to come after you again one day, just leave a window open. Not literally, obviously. I don't mean leave your house exposed. I mean metaphorically speaking. Okay, so let's pop these away and we will have a look at zodiac signs to get a little bit of extra confirmation. This could be a sign in their big three, your big three, so sun, sign, moon sign, or ascendant. This could be some important signs in your chart, their chart, or in your synastry. So we've got a lot of air here. So we have Libra, Aquarius, Scorpio, and Leo. Interesting. Okay, let's get some letters. Now from the letters we might get names, words, place names, initials. Let's see for a bit of extra confirmation for by pile threes. What have we got? Gog. Why do I want to say Gog? G, O, J, M, W, E, L, A, R, Eleanor, I, Y, Elroy, D. They might like reggae because I'm hearing jamming. S. Oh, here's a clear tile, so that could be a hyphen or it could be any letter that you want it to be. Help you complete a word. N or S. Could also indicate you don't know what this person's name is. T, O, L, T, C. Let's get a couple more. Let's get 3 more. 1, 2, 3. R, P, F. Interesting. This person could like puzzles or cryptograms or work in cryptography. Or you might. This person could be a spy, maybe in the Secret Service, FBI, CIA, MI5, Interpol, Europol. Bit random, but there it is. Okay. Let's see what words, initials, names. I'll just say the ones that come through to me. Obviously, you might be able to see different ones there, so you might want to take a screenshot and have a look later. What have we got here today? I've got scrying, which is obviously a form of divination where you would look into like a crystal ball. Not this because it's got a picture in it. It's got a picture. It's got swirls in it. This is actually a paperweight, but I love it. Or into a glass of water. You would use it for divination to see like symbols. I'm also very drawn to tea leaf reading for some reason as well for this group. Might be something you're interested in or that you do or that they do. They might like Lord of the Rings because I'm getting like elvish names come through here. Okay. I'm getting names that I can't pronounce that sound Eastern European coming into my mind and I can't actually say them, so there's that too. There's a lot of things that I can't say. So I feel like maybe this person, maybe they have trouble verbalizing themselves. Maybe they don't speak your language, or maybe there's a language barrier there. Maybe they have trouble expressing themselves, or maybe they can't read. Because I'm getting this real blockage to speaking. Okay. Okay, I got pretty. I'm getting more sounds than words. It's weird. Usually like words and names jump out at me and they're just not. It's like I'm trying to say things and I don't really know what I'm saying. So I feel like there could definitely be a language barrier or some sort of barrier for some people. Maybe they had an injury and they can't talk properly. Maybe they had a stroke and they can't speak properly. Okay, or you have. Okay. Insects. They might be interested in insects. They may have been in trouble with the law for theft. Or they may have stolen from you. Like one of you might like Sailor Moon. I know this is random, but bear with me. Okay. If you do, check out my Sailor Moon reading. I have the Sailor Moon tarot deck. That's the thing. It's genuine one. I had it imported at great expense. Okay. All right, let's move on to charms because I'm really not getting any words jumping out at me. You may well be seeing them, which is great if you are. Take them for yourself, but they don't want to talk to me, which tells me maybe there's literally a message in that. So, charms, we have the sign of Cancer. We have the sign of Gemini. So we've actually got half the whole zodiac sat here. All right. We have a cute little handbag. We have a feather. Could be a native Indian connection. First Nations. We have a lovely filigree heart. We have a lady's shoe. We have an apple, which is very seasonal as I'm making this video. So seasonal fruits and vegetables, maybe a connection. There may be a greengrocer. We have a rocking horse. Okay. We have an anchor. We have an aeroplane. So they could be literally from a different country to you. We have a cat. We have the Om symbol. So yes, I said about meditation, yoga, maybe something like that they're getting into. Another cat. Maybe you both like cats. And a very cute little star. That's adorable. And that's tiny. Tiny little star. And I noticed my fingerprint was on this star as I picked it up. So fingerprints could be a connection. Maybe you work for the police or in investigation, something like that. Maybe they do. Again, I was saying earlier about working maybe for the police or some sort of secret service or something, didn't I? Interesting. Fascinating. Okay, I shall leave it there for you, my pile threes. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope this was helpful. I'm sending you so much love. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe. I will see you in the next reading. Until then, please take very, very good care of yourselves. Bye-bye.